One of the things that I want to point out really quickly is that I did a deep dive sort of into our DLC QPL, into the spec sheets that sort of underlie the QPL. And one of the things that I've seen is that we're still seeing multiple ways of dimming LED grow lights. Probably the most common way that I'm seeing now at this point in time is 0 to 10 volt dimming, and some lighting manufacturers actually provide controllers that dim the lights as well. But by using 0 to 10 volt or even pulse width modulation, sorry, PWM, that changes the duty cycle, you're really able to integrate with many other systems, right? Um, Compared to this, you might have growers who have used HID, HPS, or metal halide that have been willing to dim their products, may only be familiar with step dimming or very limited dimming from the HID product, because if you overly dim or if you dim too quickly, you can actually not only affect your life of your HID lamp, which is obviously a negative effect, but you might even for metal halide change the correlated color temperature to a much warmer value, which can be very problematic for your grow. One of the things I do want to mention is looking at these data sheets is there's not a lot of specificity in a lot of these spec sheets that you see for these grow lights. So some of them dim down to 10% or at least claim to, not all of them. Some of them only dim down to 30 or 40% power. And that's really based on the driver that they're using, the LED driver, because even if they fully dim it, that driver might still be using 30 or 40% power. So don't make assumptions about what the dimming is. You really got to talk to the manufacturer and see what they're offering. This is a snapshot of the QPL as of yesterday. We have 189 products on the QPL yesterday. Of those, 164 meet the MAEEP CCC minimum efficacy requirement of 2.2 micromoles per joule. So there's more than 150 products on the list. Of those 164 products, 144 of them are dimmable. Now, we don't have dimming requirements on the QPL. This is basically just claimed. They're claiming dimming. It's basically just a checkbox. You're really going to have to dig into the weeds to see how exactly they dim and what that means. 20 of those products aren't dimmable. And very few of them are actually spectral tunable. So only 5 of those 164 products or 144 products are actually spectrally tunable. So it's still very new, it's very novel. We do have a little bit more data on the spectrally tuning characteristics for each channel on the QPL. But again, this is something that growers might use, not necessarily to save energy, not for photosynthesis, but because they're looking to tune other phytochemicals in the plant, you know, whether it's THC or CBD or terpenes or something like that, where they're really trying to maximize something else. It is important also to note as you look at these control systems that many of them, based on the cable length, when they're daisy chaining products to products, might have a max distance of cable. So you can only have so many products on each controller. So you're going to have to obviously have multiple controllers. Or the opposite way is they may have a max quantity of fixtures per control product, and essentially a source current that they're providing that can then control each of these products. So again, we're not seeing a lot of similarity or common structure among these products. They are all very different.